no work today, so I might actually get a video filmed and edited. Okay, mostly just one filmed and then a different one from way back when, edited with the correct like timestamp of when it happened, because I have videos backlogged so long that have just not been edited because I just haven't had time to work. I've been, because I am still not a full-time employee and he is, and I don't want to be a full-time employee. Never have. Okay, so there is a thing I want to talk about, because I haven't talked about autism and Asperger's in a real long time on YouTube. In my personal life, I've talked about it a little bit more recently to explain some things to some people, and I'm coming to terms with understanding parts of myself that I didn't really think ever needed an explanation, or I was just weird or something. I do have Asperger's, autism, high-functioning autism, mid to high-functioning autism. It really, really depends on the day, because some days I wake up and it's just so difficult to function regularly. Words won't come out of my mouth properly, and I say things wrong, and I say the wrong words. Like yesterday, I was trying to say pentagon, or I meant to say pentagon, and I said pentagram. I wasn't trying to like talk about a pentagram, but it just came out, and things like that. And it's come to my understanding that I might actually be dyslexic. And I know that might come to a shock to a lot of people, but that's because, again, I never complained about things growing up. And I agreed at a really good level. That's not what my issue is. I cannot read out loud. I get my words mixed up. I get my numbers mixed up. I skip over words when I'm reading. I have to reread pages like a few times sometimes. I get distracted and reread that page like multiple times. And I skip down past lines and I have to reread it. Like, I'm a fast reader. I can go back and read that page like a few times faster than some people can one time. But the issue is that I do skip over words. I do skip over important words. I skip over non-important words all the time. I get numbers confused at work because my whole job is basically numbers. You have a scanner and you look on the scanner, and I have a picture of it, so if I can remember to insert a picture of the scanner, you scan the box. It tells you what location to go to. The locations are all numbers, and they can get very, very confusing. So, it would be a mild amount of dyslexia, but it might be there. And it is mostly with numbers, but if I look back, I have always had issues. Like, the scariest thing in class, even though I was, you know, the most likely person to get, most of the time, there were people who were smarter than me, obviously, who were more openly smarter than me, for one thing. Because they were, like, good with they're good with talking, and they're good with being charismatic, and they're also intelligent. And people just look at them like they're smarter 9 times out of 10. But one of my worst fears was reading out loud, because I will stumble over my words. I still, to this day, like a sentence, I have so much issues reading out loud. It's horrifying. I hate doing it. I hate doing it because they're like, can you just read to me? And I'm like, because I've read to ex-boyfriend in the past, and I like doing it just because I like doing characters and voices, but I will change words. If I'm reading to you over the phone and you can't see what the book says, I will change words. Okay, I'm gonna try and read this. It is for my cooler, not sponsored, obviously. How many subscribers do I have? Okay. It's just my cooler. I do recommend this cooler. Bought it with my own moolah, but it's an Ozark Trail, which I think, did they actually have a lawsuit? Because I heard they had a lawsuit and like all their shit went on sale because of it. But I'm gonna try and read this print right here and see if there's any issues. The inner liner is tested in accordance with ASTM F963 to ensure no harmful presence of lead or and other heavy metals. This product does not protect users or others against bacteria, viruses, germs, or other disease organisms. Always clean this product thoroughly after each use, which I do not. I'm sorry. I bring it to work every day, 5 days a week most of the time, sometimes 6 days a week. I'm not going to clean it after every use. You're lucky if I clean it once a month. But I did stumble a few times, and, you know, it happens. It's gonna happen. I've never read that before. If you really want me to read something I've never read before, that's Where's Waldo? There's no reading in that. I'll pick up this Halo Reach Signature Series guide, which is not mine, but I'll just read a random section. From the position left of the antenna, you can actually fire into the core of the tower with the Scorpion and not have to physically go inside the anti-air tower as you did in the Tip of the Spear mission. Continue to fire on it in the Scorpion until it is destroyed. Then pull up a little closer to the second tower, look into the skies for more banshees coming from the north, approach the second tower on foot and destroy them from within, shoot the energy barrier with the DMR, then toss the grenade into the core to destroy it, return to the Scorpion, continue north along the road towards Sword Base. You can also simply destroy the anti-air tower from afar with the Scorpion by aiming it at the back of the turret head. There's a little issue, but it's okay. If I had to do it in front of, like, a vast amount of people, I would be scared, but I'm just talking. And, you know, the nervousness and the nerve-wracking definitely makes you mess up more, but I'm just talking to a camera. Also, people sometimes think I don't have an issue with touching. I do. The only person I genuinely don't have an issue touching is, like, one or two, like 3 people, 4 people. I generally do not have genuinely, I genuinely do not have a problem touching is my mom, my brother, my sister, and my boyfriend. That's it. Anybody else, and I pat you, I ask you if you need a hug, you know, whatever, because I feel like, you know, typically if I'm having an anxiety attack and someone holding me, hugging me, as long as I know you enough, like if, you know, one of those 4 people or my friend Nikki were to hug me to make me feel better, I would feel better. So I ask people if they need a hug because it makes me feel better, but it has to be from a certain person. That's why I ask, and I try not to give her. I tend to give more than ask nowadays. I've become more, you know, used to touching her, like as a hug, as a friend, like a pat on the back, you know, whatever. Like sometimes a pat on the back brushing by me, I cannot stand. Yesterday at work, we had 10 pickers on the line. I became a full auditor because I cannot deal with that, and I am not currently on anxiety medicine. So this situation, like just walking through the crowd of 10 pickers in this small area, like my heart started racing. I can't do it. I can't do it. And if they force me to do it, I will go to the bathroom and have an anxiety attack. And they are aware of my autism, so they cannot discriminate against me because of that, because they forced me into a situation which I could not handle. But I was not forced into the situation. I went down there and stayed away from everybody and just scanned and made sure the boxes were right. Some of them were wrong. That's not an issue. I also helped put stock up so I wouldn't have to mostly be around people because it gave me so much anxiety. And I can't stand it. I like being in small places myself. I would sleep in a coffin. No issues with that. If I'm by myself. My issue is when I'm surrounded by people. Like on the subway, I talked about it before. When I was in New York in a video, and it talks about, like, my New York video. I only have one. And I meant to film up there, but I did not have a good phone with a lot of space back then. So I couldn't film up there as much as I wanted to. However, the subway was horrifying. I had an anxiety attack, and some people were not. Like, the only time I was good is if I was looking out the window. And I don't mean, like, looking, like, through people. I mean, like, being beside the window or being beside the door and looking at it. And people are like, well, you shouldn't really stand near the door. Like, you know what? It's better for me to stand near the door than in the middle of people to a bar that I cannot even reach myself. Like, if I can't reach the bar above me because I am a little person, there's a problem. I am a little chunky person. I don't take up too much room, but I do take up room, and I need to hold that bar, and I was too short. I had to be on my tippy toe. I had to jump on it and like have my toes like slightly touching the ground to touch the bar. That's how short I am. So if you've ever been on a New York subway, and I went to a Mets game, so if you've ever been, you know, going towards the stadium where the Mets play, there's probably only one stadium. I don't know. I'm short, okay? I think it's the basic subway. I don't know. It's just this one train. The other ones might. The other subway cars might have taller or shorter bars. I don't know. I may have been on the tall person train. I digress. I can't do it. I cannot do it. I also have issues talking to people. The main issue that I have talking to people is looking into their eyes. I used to do it with my mom because I'm comfortable with my mom, and she would make me like prove to her that I wasn't lying, but I still didn't like doing it. It's just like this quarter, like, if I can even remember to insert a picture when I'm editing this, editing me, by the way, Clockwork Orange, when his eyes are like being forced to look at it, that was me. I like literally would be like, I probably wouldn't open my eyes like that because my mom would like know that I was tripping, but I would like force myself, like I had to like mentally prepare, like, okay, I'm ready, because I don't like looking people in the eyes. It's like a window into your soul, and I'm not ready for it. I'm more okay with looking into Max's eyes than anything, but like, people do compensate sometimes. Compensate, is that the right word? Probably not. Sometimes they will cover up their eyes and let me talk to their face and not like look at them like like I will talk to people like this. This is usually how I talk to people if we're having like a full-on conversation. Like, you're just gonna have to It makes me feel better. I cannot talk to people. I have such an issue with communicating with people, and some people don't see that, because yesterday I was telling somebody about my autism and I just couldn't deal with that, and they're like, well, it is low, and I'm like, yeah, it's high-functioning autism, and they're like, well, yeah, you're good at communicating with people, and I'm like, no, really, I'm not. But I couldn't get it over and interest. I'm bad at talking to people. I'm afraid to talk to people. I hate talking to people of authority. Like, even if I'm just having like a regular conversation and like we're laughing or whatever, having a conversation, my heart will start beating, because you are a person in charge of me. You're a person of authority over me. I cannot do it. Like, if I could lose my job by saying something wrong to you, I'm not going to be able to talk to you. I'm not going to be able to function properly. I can try, and then my heart will be like... But, again, I have that issue. I have issues communicating with people, and they don't see it sometimes, I just come off as someone who doesn't talk too much if I'm uncomfortable, or in most situations, if there's a lot of people around me, I will not talk unless I have something I really want to say. And then sometimes I'll miss opportunities to say that. Like, it'll be like 2 minutes later when I actually bring up the courage to say something to somebody, and it's like, yeah, I missed that opportunity. Let's not bring that up and make it like more of an embarrassment to ourselves. Or like, I think about it like way later, and I'm like, hey, remember we were talking about this one thing earlier? And they're like, no, and I'm like, okay, never mind, bye. I didn't want to talk about it anymore either. I definitely haven't been preparing myself for the last 30 minutes to talk to you, but okay. It's just, and then when I talk about it, I get more anxious. Like, literally, people might be thinking, like, oh, she's faking because she's talking about it. And because she's talking about it, she's trying to make it show more. And I'm like, I assure you, I am not trying to make it show more. If I could make it show less, that would be great. So there is a lot of social problems and phobias, and I cannot look people in the eye. And people like try to explain it to me like, you just have an insecure personality, and I'm like, no, it really just makes me really uncomfortable. I'm not that insecure about my personality, because if I was, I wouldn't look like this, I assure you. Like, I'm like a rainbow turtle, okay? Like, I'm like a turtle with a rainbow turtle shell that's shiny and glittery, and it's like, I stick out like a Thor thumb, but do I want to like speak words that you know? I'm not good at it, and when I do talk to people, I have a lot of stuttering and word issues and forgetting what I was gonna say, and it's just a big old problem. Like, and the other day I had like so many things I wanted to talk about in this video, and I remember all of them, and it just didn't happen because I wanted to make this video like a week ago. But I don't like filming around other people at all. Like, I have to be very, very, very comfortable with you to be filming with you. I don't know what that voice was. Sometimes I do and go into random accents, by the way. In case you couldn't tell. My hair is getting somewhat longer because there's videos you can see from like a while back that were like, and I was letting this grow out for a little bit and it was really short, but it's going longer, and when it gets to my shoulder I will be doing lime green hair. I'm excited. Lime green hair, it's coming for me. And they're like, that's such a bold color. And I'm like, my hair is basically like real white right now. Like, I think I can handle lime green. You know, I've had 5 different hair colors before. I think I can handle it. And they're just like, oh, it's never been that much. And I'm like, I assure you, it really has. But, because I'm not afraid of doing things with my hair. Obviously, I'm not afraid. I do miss long hair. And I look hella cute with short hair. I look hella cute right now. Yeah. I really don't think that because my face is like too much like right here. Like you're just seeing too much of my face, and it's just, it needs some like curtains to like distract you just a little bit. But I like a few months ago, there's a picture of me while I'm smiling like this, and I'm like, yeah, I looked hella cute. I will admit that. I looked really cute. But I'm ready for long hair. I am so ready to have long hair again. And I might get tired of long hair and cut it all off again. Who knows? Then I'll get tired of it again. I don't know. The last 3 years that I've had short hair, I've not been tired of it. And it did get long. It did get long. It did get like shoulder length, and it was good. And I didn't get tired of having long hair, and I missed having short hair when it did get like shoulder length. Because that's when I could cut it off. But I'm looking forward to it. And this one is finally healed. I'm so excited. It is February. But it's finally completely healed, which means I can get a little tiny ball, a little braid, and not have a long bar constantly in my mouth. I can chew properly without like being afraid to chew on the bar. It's so good. I had to use so many products with this. If somebody wants me to talk about that, I will. Like tea tree oil, sea salt, everything. I'm just rambling at this point. Which is what I do. I like to ramble if I get, like, really into a conversation with somebody. I do not want to stop talking to you. And I get so offended when people, like, they're so friendly with me one day, and then the next day they're like, bye. And I'm like, what did I do? Did you see me do something embarrassing? Because I do a lot of things embarrassing when I'm trying to, like, run away from people and, like, hide. And then I get it over with, and I'm hoping, like, nobody saw it. Did you see me do something embarrassing? Are you just like secret? I'm not gonna say that. I'm happy right now. My depression has come back full force. Like a couple weeks ago, like I could not stop crying. I wanted to cut so badly, and there was no reason for it. I don't know, man. I just felt like making a video, and maybe I'll edit it. In the background, I am playing The Binding of Isaac. I can't see it because the controller is disconnected, and that's probably what weird sound you're hearing. Because when I get back to it, I have the regenerative hearts, and I have all the hearts I can have. I don't know how many that is. Just basically, I can't pick up any more, like, I can't have any more HP. Like, my HP cannot go up any further. I cannot get any soul hearts or black hearts or anything like that. So, if I could put it to a devil room, that would be great. So I could sell my shit. Because I still haven't gotten the Zelio. I'm like so open to selling hearts right now. And I still haven't gotten the guy who only like starts with soul, like 3 soul hearts. I want to try to play as him because he automatically has flying. I'm talking about something completely different now. I'm going to go back to playing that. You have a good day. You have a good day. I'll have a good day. Bye.